Seafarers rescue migrants over turbulent seas. PCG investigates collision off Manila South Harbor. Case filed against suspect in PMMA cadet hazing death. Container ship explosion racks Dubai's Jebel Ali port. Marino Weekend. I am Dean Bacani. Filipino seafarers battled roaring waves to save 35 migrants who were adrift for 17 days without food nor water, miraculously surviving in the stench and grime of the lost boat. On June 12, 35 migrants, including 16 women, 13 men, and 6 children, left Western Sahara. Third mate Arman Nalaunan was first to spot the boat with people frantically waving. Captain Jonathan Funa ordered a closer look at the risk it could be a ploy of savage West African pirates. He immediately contacted the Maritime Traffic Control Center, or MRCC, of Las Palmas. At that point, he already had one thought: get everyone on board alive. Funa decided to abort the rescue due to the nervousness of the migrants. When approaching the boat, 2 people desperately jumped out of the boat and swam towards the vessel, which made his maneuvering and the use of the engine very difficult since they could be caught by the propeller. However, while he was looking at the boat and encouraged by his officers on the bridge, he decided to approach the boat again. A microphone was given to rescued migrants and asked them to tell those who remained in the gondola to keep calm and stay on the boat when they approached, and that if someone jumps, he will abort the operation. It worked, and they successfully launched their lines onto the boat and slowly pulled them to their side. Captain Puna said the rescue operation was very difficult due to the state of the sea and all the migrants were very weak. Most couldn't even climb the ladder, and they had to raise them by davit, to which they attached a barrel bag and a net. One by one they went up. Only the corpse of a 4-month pregnant woman was left, now adrift on the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The Cape TAWEELAH anchored in Santa Cruz Bay. Another helicopter had to transfer 3 migrants from the Tenerife North Airport to the emergency hospital with extreme signs of dehydration, 1 serious and 2 moderate, according to 112 Canarias. As the ship disembarked with the rescued, the Spanish Maritime Safety Agency gave Salvamento Maritimo citations to the 20 Filipino seafarers from Phoenix Maritime Corporation for their professionalism and excellent seamanship in rescuing the migrants. The rescue by the MV Cape TAWEELAH of a boatload of migrants lost for 17 days at the turbulent Atlantic was dramatic and heroic, reflecting ideals of maritime life. It was a great gift to the Captain Jonathan Funa, who celebrates June 29th, his 48th birthday, also his final voyage towards retirement. Yet over gifts and greetings, his heart bleeds for a life he could not save, that of 5-year-old Fatmate, Yamila, beautiful to her parents. Fatmate left June 12 in a boat with 35 people from Western Sahara. The girl must take the deadly Canarian route so she could join her parents in France, who was also a 1-year, 8-month child and pregnant with a 3rd. Despite having been in France for a long time, the parents have not yet been able to get the papers that would have allowed them to try to meet Yamila earlier through other channels. Fatmate had to live on board the boat with her mother's cousin who survived the trip. The couple received the sad news through their cousin that Yamila had died after 17 days at sea, even when airlifted to an emergency hospital. Caminando Fronteras had requested Spanish authorities to allow the couple to the Canary Islands to be present at the funeral of their little girl. Funa says the news broke his heart of his officers and crew that cared for the little girl. He wished he had gotten to the boat earlier and had time to save the girl and the woman. The captain admits he will not forget Fatmate as the last mission of his career on his 48th birthday yet. He also wants to keep a good memory of what he lived for. In the end, saving lives is the best feeling you can have. That may not be as dramatic nor heroic as life at sea, but certainly it shall be a daily blessing with his family together, growing happily with their children, all daughters. Up next, case filed against suspect in PMMA cadet hazing death. Container ship explosion rocks Dubai's Jebel Ali port. And the TAWEELAH crew shout out for their loved ones in the Philippines.
Prolonged quarantine and isolation, repeated COVID testing, impossible travel restrictions, delayed crew changes. It has been a tough time for our seafarers, and it's not just a physical pandemic anymore. It has become a psychological, emotional one, leaving our seafarers with mental distress, worried, anxious, depressed, and in a prolonged emotional and mental health crisis. When the seafarers are in distress, the whole industry will be. What we see in the future are vaccinated crew with ease of travel along the ports and countries where there is timely crew relief and they are not afraid of losing their job. We are in full support for the fair future of our seafarers.
Hi, everyone. What a special day this is. The day of the seafarer, or shall I say the day of the hero? Yes, you are all our heroes. We commend your resilience, your hard work, your determination, and your leadership. We can't thank you enough for everything you do on a daily basis. We want you to know that we are always by your side no matter what. We're here to support you, we respect you, and we can't thank you enough. Be well, be strong, be healthy. We are one fantastic team. We are the OSM family, and it is all about people. It always has been, it always will be. It's in our DNA, it is our culture. Thank you.
What if I tell you that KSIM Connect has become a reality? It is the cloud-based ecosystem for maritime education and training, where Kongsberg provides simulation and services to all members. As an instructor, my main goal is to educate and train seafarers to acquire skills promoting safety, sustainability, and efficiency at sea. At KSIM Connect, I can efficiently manage my simulators, my exercises, and my students. In the exercise archive, I can store my library of exercises, and if I want, collaborate and share them with my colleagues or others in the global community. KSIM Connect enables me to give students access to cloud simulation, so they can train anytime and anywhere while learning at their own pace. In addition, I can explore the library of models and exercise areas, download or subscribe those that fit the learning objectives. And I can even order spare parts or a service visit if needed. Kongsberg has started to create the future of maritime education and training by creating the community where instructors can find news, explore and download available simulator models, distribute or share exercises that fit the curriculum. Imagine using KSIM Connect to integrate our simulators in the same virtual exercise environment, enabling students to train and interact together. It doesn't matter whether you're in Singapore, Australia, or in the United States. As long as you're online, you are part of the knowledge-sharing community. Kongsberg is shaping the future of maritime education and training by creating the community. Let's continue building this community together for the benefit of ourselves and the entire maritime training industry. Join KSIM Connect today.
It all started from building homes in the South and transformed into providing roof for every Filipino family. Solar Resources Incorporated's residential developments let you live in space that allows you to achieve a balanced lifestyle. Las Brisas is the newest 9-hectare residential community nestled inside an expansive master plan development of Tierra del Sol in Panza, Cavite. Offering around-the-clock security, a playground for the kids, and leisure hubs for your relaxation and entertainment. This residential community is located between Panza and 13 Martires, Cavite. It's only 4.3 kilometers away from SM City 13, Tower Mall 13, and Public Market. It is accessible via Manila, via Cavitex, and upcoming developments such as Cavite-Laguna Expressway and construction of the LRT-1 extension. Solar Resources Incorporated is committed to offering you your ideal home that makes valuable investment and that great suburban experience. Retreat to this southern residence and make your move into something new. Start new living with Solar Resources.
A fire has broken in a container ship docked at Dubai's Jebel Ali port at about 11:55 in the evening of July 7th. The fire caused fierce explosion and large cloud of flame. Dubai Media Office reported that the fire was brought fully under control some 40 minutes after the incident and the cooling process started. No casualties were reported. Deputy ruler of Dubai Maktoum bin Mohammed visited the port to direct efforts to ensure undisrupted continuation of the facility's operations. Jebel Ali is the world's 9th busiest port and the largest man-made harbor. The authorities are continuing an extensive investigation on the cause of the fire and its circumstances. The Philippine Coast Guard or PCG continues to investigate the collision of cargo vessel Palawan Pearl and foreign multi-purpose vessel PKM 104 in the waters of South Harbor Anchorage in Manila before dawn Thursday, July 8. Initial report says MV Palawan Pearl was traveling from Commander's Wharf Baseco compound to El Nido, Palawan, while BKM 104 was sailing in Manila Bay Anchorage area to Bulacan when the incident happened. MV Palawan Pearl immediately maneuvered to avoid BKM 104, but it crashed twice into the left side of the cargo vessel, causing it to sink. BKM 104 contracted to perform dredging and other land development activity required for the construction of New Manila Airport did not incur any damage. No crew from both vessels was heard from the collision. Meanwhile, the PCG Marine Environmental Protection Command immediately laid 4 segments of oil spill boom around the submerged ship to control oil spill. Maritime Industry Authority Administrator Vice Admiral Robert M. Pedrad has administered the oath-taking ceremonies for the newly appointed Marina officials and personnel. Mr. Arnie Santiago took his oath as the Director 2 of the Enforcement Service or ES, which acts as the Central Enforcement and Compliance Monitoring Unit of the agency. ES conducts preliminary inquiry, fact-finding activities relating to complaints and maritime accidents and incidents. Other officials who assumed new posts are Ms. Cheryl Pasqua as the Planning Office 5 of the Project Planning Development Division of the Planning and Policy Service or PPS, Ms. Geraldina Evangelista as the Chief Maritime Industry Development Specialist of the Ship Registration and Documentation Division of the Domestic Shipping Service or DSS, and Mr. Ronaldo Bandalaria as the Chief Maritime Industry Development Specialist of the Franchises Supervision and Regulation Division of the Franchising Service or FS. The filling up of vacant plantilla positions is part of the administrator's 10-point agenda to strengthen the Marina organization. Homicide case has been filed against a midshipman who allegedly manhandled Midshipman 4th Class Jonash Bondok at the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy or PMMA. Bondok was rushed to the San Marcelino District Hospital after he was found unconscious in one of the comfort rooms in the Alpha Company barracks on July 6th, but he was declared dead on arrival. The cremated remains of Bondok were turned over to the parents in a traditional manning the rail ceremony, followed by a necrological service by the Corps of Midshipmen. The PNP chief investigator took cognizance of the extrajudicial confession of an alleged manhandling by another midshipman leading to the death of Bondok. 7 other witnesses who voluntarily executed sworn statements corroborated the confession. PMMA leadership and management declares it is condemning as it has continuously condemned hazing. It says hazing in any form and practice shall never be tolerated in the academy. The official statement also says the case is not yet closed as it vows to dig deeper into the circumstances, and that PMMA shall also look into possible administrative lapses and neglect of duties for possible disciplinary measures. Die today, die tomorrow, same die. Like President Duterte, Bisdak, Bisayang Daku, humor was displayed by the crew of MV Cape TAWEELAH after saving 34 lives at the raging Atlantic last June 29th. In a Zoom interview July 7 from Spain, the crew was bubbly as if just on photobombing. Instead of serious messages, they would rather wave merrily, asking for shout-outs or greetings to their loved ones in the Philippines.
We are so proud of you. Salamat po sa inyong lahat at thank you sa inyong bravery and heroism. Saludo po kaming lahat sa inyo.
Next on Maritime Viewpoints. Mr. Jasper Svaningsson, Executive Director of the Nordic Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines, talks about the challenges and opportunities in doing business in the country. Thank you for watching Marino World Weekend. Stay tuned on Marino World Online for more maritime news and views. I am Lynn Bacani. Stay safe.